let's talk about the IT space then, because that sector remains under pressure amid the Trump tariff anticipation. The recessionary fears in the US expected to be impacting the sector, but will the companies report a subdued Q4 as well, or the robust deal and order pipeline is expected to continue to boost the revenue? Let's go across to Gaurav, who's standing by to give us a sense there what to pencil in when it comes to the Q4 earnings and what are the brokerages highlighting for the IT space. Gaurav?
Well, yes, when we talk about IT segment, yet another headwind is on its way is what we can say, because when we talk about Q4, specifically when we talk about the large cap companies, now brokerages are being a little bearish or rather a little cautious about these companies. What they believe is that the QOQ growth in terms of revenue can be in negative terms for these companies. So we have also highlighted a few companies in the likes of TCS, Infosys, Wipro, where specifically Nuvama believes that the QOQ growth for revenue could be negative. And on the other hand, when we talk about some mid cap companies like LTTS, Coforge, Persistent, we may see some growth, and there is a firm reason behind it. What they are saying is that in Q4 we may see some kind of disappointment because of the uncertainty in the global event. Specifically when we talk about US markets, we are already seeing some kind of slowdown, and on the other hand what they have also highlighted is that a mixed quarter with large cap actually could report a QOQ decline, and the reason being some kind of combination of weaker macros and some AI definition. On the other hand, when we talk about the constant currency, there also they are seeing some kind of headwinds, which is going to be another hurdle in terms of earnings for these companies. What they're firm about is that when we talk about deal inflow, it could remain strong for the companies, and when we talk about margins, there also we may not see any kind of fall, specifically in the Indian IT companies, but all eyes are going to be on FY26 guidance, because that is going to be a crucial thing to watch out for. And now brokerages believe that the FY26 guidance will remain in line with the FY25. That means that they do not see any kind of a major uptick in the guidance if we compare it with the FY25 levels. On the other hand, when we talk about tariff, the uncertainty around that also remains, and that is the reason why they are being a little cautious. In fact, when we are talking about some of the different perspectives, what Nuvama has highlighted that when we talk about US market, we see some kind of caution, but specifically if we talk about some worries about recession, they believe that Indian IT companies can still do well irrespective of the recession or any kind of slowdown in US markets. Lastly, if we talk about the pecking order, now Morgan Stanley has put a good note on that. What they're saying is that the structural preference will be given to companies like Coforge, Persistent, Infosys, KPIT Tech, because of the higher growth guidance and higher growth perspective for these companies, but definitely a little bit of cautious view coming up on IT companies for Q4, and on back of this we will be also watching out on the numbers as how companies report the numbers in Q4.
All right, Gaurav, thank you so much for joining in with the details of that note on IT.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.